As Bnei Israel marches closer to Eretz Israel, the tribes of Gad and Reuven approach Moshe Rabbeinu. And they tell Moshe, we have a proposal to make. We're noticing that the grounds here are especially fertile. And we have an abundant amount of flock. We believe it would be beneficial to us to stay on the eastern side of the Jordan, and we'll settle our lands here. We won't go into Eretz Israel. We won't be part of that division inside of Eretz Israel when we divvy up the land. We're satisfied with this. Moshe, thinking that these tribes attempted to abandon their brothers and forsake them and not participate in the battle that's going to ensue when they attempt to take over Eretz Israel, chastises the tribes of Gad and Reuven, and subsequently half of Shevet Menashe is also part of that. And they clarify their request. They say, no, we never attempted to abandon our brothers. We're going to come and fight the war inside of Eretz Israel. And after the land gets settled, we'll make our way back over the Jordan and settle ourselves there, thereby it being beneficial for us and our cattle. But when Moshe hears this request, he's bothered by something. The term Bnei Israel uses is Vayikshu Elav. They approach Moshe, Vayomru Gidrot Tzon Nevne Lemeknenu Po Va'arim Letapenu. Allow us to build pens for our livestock and cities for our small children. Later, when Moshe repeats back their request in Pasuk Chavdaled, Moshe reverses the order. Moshe tells them that you should go ahead and build cities, Benu lachem arim letapechem. You should build cities for your small children, Ugderot letzonachem, and then he tells them you should build pens for your animals. Moshe reverses the order. He tells Bnei Israel, your priorities are off. What's more important is your children, not your money. And so when Moshe repeats this back to Bnei Israel, he changes the order. Rashi points this out. And Rashi says, Hasim hayu al mamonam yoter mi bnehem ubnotechem. They were more concerned for their money than they were for their own children. Amar lahem Moshe loke. No, this is not how things are done. Asu ha'ikad ikad v'hatafel tafel. You need to make the priority, and the secondary interests of life shall remain on the back burner. But the question some of the commentaries point out is, why is Rashi seemingly stuttering over here? Asu ha'ikar ikar v'tafel tafel. Just say, asitem ha'ikar tafel. You turn the ikar, you turn the primary interest, the things that is of the greatest import, you turn that into the secondary interest. Why did you take things out of order in terms of priority? And there's a fascinating insight we can understand from this Rashi. Often, we have our priorities. We know what's important to us. The problem is our priorities are off. Rashi is telling us, Asu ha'ikar ikar. There's two orders of the day here. First, we have to sit down and think, what is the most important things in our lives? What is it that we need to do in order to ensure that what's the most important gets done and addressed as such, as the most important? So first, you have to do asu ha'ikar ikad, and then you have to realize v'hatafel tafel. They had priorities. Their priorities were off. First, create your priorities and execute those priorities, and naturally, the rest will fall in line. Moshe Rabbeinu turned to Bnei Gad and Bnei Reuven and said, I understand that you want to stay on this side because you do have an abundant amount of flock. However, you seem to be prioritizing the wrong thing. How often we hear people that are working 14, 15 hours a day. Now, their dedication to their trade is praiseworthy, and nobody's taking that away. But on the other hand, you hear the wives that say, I never see my husband. He comes home, even when he comes home, he's still working. He's so dedicated to his business that the kids don't get to see him. He only comes home after they're sleeping. And even on the weekends, he wants to go work, or he's busy answering emails, or Asu ha'ikad ikad. Rashi is telling us Moshe was encouraging the people of Bnei Gad and Bnei Reuven, make sure your priorities are in line. I was once talking to a couple that was having such a challenge. And she tells me, I never see my husband. He's away the whole week. He's working. Even when he's home, he's distracted. So he turns to me and says, "Oh, she has the nicest car on the block. She has 2 housekeepers and a nanny. I mean, who gets this kind? It's because I'm working all these hours." He has his priorities. His priorities are financial success, is being comfortable, is having all his needs. But what he doesn't understand is the wife values that relationship more than anything. And so for her, she'll take no cars and no housekeepers just to have her husband around, to be able to spend time with him, for her to see him interact with her children and be a part of their growth and their upbringing. That's where Moshe Rabbeinu was pointing to the Bnei Gad, the Bnei Reuven, and telling them, Asu ha'ikad ikad v'hatafel tafel. Shabbat shalom.